The Soy Lady. I recently read a story in here that reminded me of a MC I did years ago. This is a weird but innocuous one, so I hope you enjoy. Many years ago I worked at a small cafe. The customers were generally lovely and it was not a very popular place due to it being in a weird location, so it was always slow and quiet. We often got regular customers and when I started I was warned about the Soy Lady. She was an older woman who came in to order an extra large takeaway cup of extremely hot soy milk. The staff would heat 2 cups of soy milk to the edge of burning, put it on the counter, and call her name. She would sit down at a table and wait for about 5 minutes after her name was called, then collect it. She then always came back to the counter after drinking half to complain the soy milk wasn't hot enough and demand for it to be redone. For free. She also argued the cost, $3, relentlessly, when she ordered at the counter. Our manager was a spineless weasel and hated customers getting carny at the counter in case it caused other customers to think this is a bad place, so he always caved to her bizarre demands and would berate the staff in front of her so he would look good for being a tough manager. So shortly after I started, I met Soy Lady. It vaguely bothered me she was getting away with nasty comments to staff and an absolutely ludicrous addiction to Lavajo soy milk, because WTF, but not enough to actually do anything about it. Until one day my manager decided that it was our fault we couldn't make the soy milk to her specifications, which apparently costed the business a lot of money, and he would take the full cost of her drink from our paycheck each time she returned it. Illegal? Yes. Immoral? Absolutely. Completely insane? You know it.
So the next day my manager decided to take the morning off, presumably due to the mutinous mood of the cafe staff. Soy Lady rocks up, argues the cost of $3 as usual, pays, and then says, "Don't forget to make it hot this time," with a nasty smirk on her face. Filled with sudden inspiration, I ask, "As hot as I can make it?" She replied, "Yes, even though I doubt you could do it right." Neat. I insisted she wait at the counter because it was going to be ready immediately, filled up a metal jug with soy milk, shoved it under the espresso steamer wand, and let it scream. You're supposed to adjust the jug so the milk spins, but I just let it boil, screaming loudly, as I stared blankly right at her horrified face. For what felt like 2 minutes, though probably shorter.
She started to look nervous halfway through and every customer was staring. 45 seconds in she started to try to tell me it was done, but I shouted, "I think it can still get hotter," over the wail of the burning soy milk. Finally I took it off the wand, which was now crusted brown with burnt milk. Tripled up on the takeaway cups because it was unbearably hot. And then told we now charge $5 for cups of soy milk starting immediately, and we charge full price for refills. Management's orders. Not true, but I was done by that time. Interestingly, I never saw Soy Lady again. OMG, the shouting, "I think I can still get it hotter," over the steam wand sent me over the edge. I am dying laughing. I was a barista for 9 years and we weren't allowed to steam the milk over 180 for safety reasons. But every single day this lady would argue that, "It's fine, just do it," and every day I refused. Because I wasn't trying to deal with that lawsuit. God, I hated that woman. She would drink extra hot soy but with vanilla powder added. I wonder if they were friends, lol. When I worked at Starbucks there was Bob. Bob wanted 16 ounces of latte in a 12 ounces cup. It was never ending with his nitpicking and demands. So on my last day I filled that cup with coffee and just kept going until it spilled everywhere. I told Bob to take his drink and enjoy the messy cup because no one is going to remake it, and everyone was tired of his nonsense. Apparently he did not come back to the store for several months. Fuck Bob.
Revenge. Best served soy per hot fire.
The liberation of the cafe, a stand against the tyranny of Soy Lady.
Less than adds Carolina Reaper extract. Be careful, ma'am, this is extremely hot. We had a soy lady at the coffee shop I worked at. The lady insisted she was deathly allergic to dairy. ordered her drinks with soy, then proceeded to go to the customer carafes and top off her drink with half and half. Then she'd complain that she couldn't taste the soy milk properly and want us to remake her drink. I had a lady come into my store all the time about 15 years ago ordering almost the exact same thing and always complaining it wasn't hot enough. I also eventually did the same thing with her. I let the steamer run for a full minute ignoring the burning liquid that splashed on my skin and just let it rip. She took it but never came back again. Why is it that so many people think that cafes should give them free stuff all the time? The stuff we had to put up with. Regular mom coming in and taking an entire pack of napkins. Had to move the napkins behind the counter. Guy comes in with a gallon jug and fills up at the fountain machine. Move machine to counter. Sign banning external containers. Almost daily occurrence of eating half the sandwich then complaining it's no good office working. Buying a coffee and asking for extra cups and plastic forks. Getting upset when we say no. Start charging for cups, extra utensils. Returning a coffee that's obviously been drunk and filled back up with water. No. Wanting entire $50 order for free because of missing sugar packets, sugar on side. Wanting to speak a manager for freebies because cashier didn't say thank you.
I don't know how people put with it for longer than a day. That's a beautifully perfect MC. Well done, up. Well done.
Well done. She melted a few steps outside the door from the cup being soy hot.
Firing devil customers is always such fun. The only thing I miss about retail. It somewhat reminds me of a client I used to have. From her appearance, I guess she could have some mental problems. She would always wear that red dress with her hair so greasy. It looked like she got surprised by the rain and was miserable. Oh, and some colleague found she smelled like urine. Anyway, what her deal was that she would order a sandwich and would want a plastic bag instead of having it placed in a paper bag because she was allergic to paper bags. Even if something touched the paper bag, then touched her mouth, she would get hives. Then the pandemic hits. And what does she comes with when masks are necessary? Not a real mask. Because, again, she's allergic and it'll give her hives. But the flimsiest scarf that offers no protections. In the end, a colleague told her we could not serve her until she had a real mask. We didn't see her again. I need to know your co-workers and managers' reaction to this. Love this. I hope your co-workers treated you like a hero for that day. When I first read the title I thought of soy sauce. Not soy milk though. And was wondering what kind of degenerate would drink soy sauce lol. This is MC done right. Open mouth smile. She got what she wanted, tears of joy. Good for you. Let me guess? Soy Lady went to McDonald's, ordered the hottest cup of coffee, at $1 and got rich. This has got me smiling.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.